This is somewhat of a follow-up video to a video I made a while ago about, comparing places you can get to on Long Island, whereas New Jersey. And in that video, which you can watch, put the link in here. Just look in the upper right-hand corner, I think. We talked about how it's hard to get around in New Jersey as far as getting to natural places in New Jersey. And although there are plenty of places to go in the New Jersey Pinelands, most of them are not reachable by public transportation. When we look here at Toms River here, most of the public transportation in Toms River is along Route 9. And most of the Pine Barrens are west of the Parkway. So you have to walk from places along Route 9 to get to most of the Pine Barrens areas. And most of them are out of reach. And that's a big problem, obviously. But fortunately, that's one of the things about Long Island. We have even though I complain plenty about the public transportation problems we have on Long Island, we have it better than places like Ocean County, New Jersey. All right, there are a lot of places you can get to fairly easy without too long of a walk, and some places you can get to literally with hardly a walk at all. All right, so we're going to go over those places in this video, and we're going to start off. This is going to be a list of 15 places you can get to by public transportation. Starting fairly easy, and then we'll work our way, to the harder places. So we're going to get started with this list, and I hope you enjoy, and hope you check out some of these places. And the first place on our list is Pine Lawn. It's the easiest to get to of all. And literally, the train will drop you off right there. And you don't even have to worry about going on trails or navigating through woods. This is a fairly, shall we say, developed area. It is a cemetery, but it is also an arboretum. As you can see here on this map, here's the Pine Lawn Station on the Ronkonkoma branch. And there are plenty of pitch pines throughout this park, so you'll get to see a beautiful Pine Barrens environment throughout this place, and without having to worry about, like I said, going on trails. It's all paved. Even if there's snow on the ground, you can walk without too much difficulty and see all these beautiful spaces here, all along Pine Lawn. You have a beautiful spot here, which is really, really nice. And I'll put throughout this video, you'll see pictures from the places that I've gone to here, and then if we go a little further east, if you're willing to walk a little more along Long Island Avenue, there's this undeveloped area here, which is very nice, and I've done some videos here. Very, very nice. Some of the spots in here, literally, you could just feel like you're in the middle of New Jersey's pinelands, with these large old pitch pines all over the place. And again, very easy to get to with public transportation. Very nice place. Not a preserve, but for those who really don't want to go into the woods at all and just want to see some beautiful trees without having to actually go on trails and go into the woods, this is the first place that you can check out. The number one. Well, the first place on this list. So we got 15 more. We got 14 more to go. Our number 2 on this list is the Edgewood Preserve, or technically known as the Edgewood Oak Brush Plains Preserve. And again, the Ronkonkoma line will take you right here. Train station is right here, so all you got to do, get off the train, and you can actually go and walk through the parking lot right here. Take this trail right here that's on the westernmost end of the parking lot, and let's see if we can actually do a street view. They don't actually go into that spot, but what you wind up doing, there's several ways to get in, but my favorite way to get in generally is take this trail you see here and go to Long Island Avenue. You have to be a little careful crossing here. Cross over Long Island Avenue, and you can actually enter the woods right over here. This is the best way to enter, is on this trail. And the trails here are fairly wide. Some of them are more narrow, the bike trails, but the trails here are fairly wide. And you enter right here, and it'll take you right into a piney desert-like area, very much like you'd see in New Jersey. You can see it right here. All right, and then trails will take you. You can follow this trail up here and go past the area where the old. This used to be a hospital. So there used to be a power plant here. This used to be a state hospital, but the power plant's knocked down. It's been reclaimed by nature. And you can see there are trails that'll take you here. as well as Old Comac Road, which used to be the old path for Comac Road. It's actually a concrete road you can walk along, and it'll take you through here. And again, a beautiful place. Again, I put some pictures from it in this video that you can see. And here's some of the sand pits here, which I absolutely love. All right, pitch pine's just growing wild in here, and plenty of nice things over here. Now, if you go and take this road out, it'll take you into Pilgrim, and you can actually get here also at the S33, which stops in here in Pilgrim, and also some S33 bus stops here along Comac Road, which you can take. Suffolk Transit can get you here too, but the easiest way is with the train station. And if you really don't want to do too long of a walk, now this is an area of land I'm concerned about here at Heartland. It's not part of the preserve, and Heartland owns it, and I'm always worried they could wind up trying to develop this land, and I hope not, because it's a beautiful spot. You've seen some pictures from inside I'm putting up, but this is what it looks like from the road. Here's what it looks like from the road. Just beautiful area of pitch pines here. Absolutely just delicious in here, and hopefully they leave this alone. Absolutely nice site. But again, here are the pines. There's the train station. So again, it really doesn't get any easier than that. The next place you can check out is Stillwell Woods Preserve. Stillwell Woods, which is there's some pine barrens here, and it's a hilly, a mix of pine barrens and like upland, North Shore forest, hardwood forest, and a great place to go in the fall to see some foliage. And this place you can get to it with the from the Cold Spring Harbor train station here. All right, and you take the train to Cold Spring Harbor. It would be the Huntington Port Jefferson branch. You take that here. So you get off here at this train station here. All right. And you go through the parking lot here. You go down through the parking lot. All right. And you go and you walk along Route 108. Now this is a little dicey because there's no sidewalk. It's not a very long walk, but there is no sidewalk, and you just have to be a little careful here. You know, just walk along here. It's not too long of a distance, and then you'll come across Stillwell Lane, and this is where you're going to make your left. And you're going to go up Stillwell Lane right here. All right, so you're going up from 108, and you're going up here. All right, not a long walk, and it's a good place to pick up a mountain bike trail. There's actually a mountain bike trail that actually goes all the way from here down to Massapequa Preserve. Now, I'm not going over Massapequa Preserve because it's a very nice place, but it's also a very busy place. And the point of this is to get away from other people. So most of the places I pick here are going to be places you're not going to come across many other people. All right, so we're going up here. And again, not too long of a walk from there, maybe 15 minutes from the Cold Spring Harbor train station. This is hilly, but if you like that kind of thing, because the North Shore is hilly, go over here and experience that. And you go up this road right here, and the trailhead is right here. You see that little thing right here. So if you go and make a right and go north, that'll take you toward Cold Spring Harbor, which is a nice scenic walk. But in order to go to Stillwell Woods Preserve, you go left, and this will take you into the Stillwell Woods Preserve. A lot of very popular place for mountain bikers, but if you want something a little more, you don't want a flat hike, you want hills, you want that kind of terrain thing going, then Stillwell Woods is going to be the place for that. The next place we will be looking at, the fourth place, is Belmont Lake State Park. Now, it's a little more of a busier place, but it's a really nice place. I really highly recommend you come here in the fall when the leaves change, because it's really very nice. One of the best places on Long Island to see some fall foliage. And there are some pine barrens here as well. And this is Belmont Lake State Park. Now, the train alone will not take you here. You will have to take a bus, too. So you can get here from either, you have to get off at Wyandanch, which is not the nicest Long Island Railroad stop, or you could go to Bayshore. And you're going to need to get the 2B, Suffolk County Transit route. You can also go to Babylon and take the S25 Suffolk County Transit route. And these routes run 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, fairly regularly hourly service. Check the schedules for that. I'll show you how to get there, though, with the buses. So we'll start first with the 2B. So the 2B goes down Woods Road, and you're going to get off the 2B here at Woods Road and August Street. And this is, here you go. So the bus stop is right over here, right at this corner. Just show you where it is. Right there. All right, so you're going to get off over here. You just catch the bus in the same spot across the street. You're going to get off here. This is in North Babylon. And you're going to walk down Prairie Drive. You're going to walk west on Prairie Drive. And when you get to Prairie Drive and August Road, right here at this spot, you will see an entrance to the park right here. So you can go and you can just go through this gate. This will take you right into Belmont Lake State Park. The other way to go is with the S25. And that bus stop, the S25 is like a loop. That bus will stop right over here at Essex Street. And you can just cross the street. And it's not a marked bus stop, but they'll stop right here, generally right here. All right, and you get off right over here, and then the park, you can actually follow this sidewalk here, which will take you into the park. And you can also get into the park this way. And this is actually the headquarters for the Long Island State Parks regional headquarters. So you can go in there. They have some interesting pamphlets and things if you need a permit or something. This is the building right here. The State Parks Police Headquarters is also here. And again, yeah, you could just follow this path right here. It'll take you right in, and you know, check out Belmont Lake. Definitely Belmont Lake. Definitely one of the best places to go in the fall. And if you really want to go for a longer hike and you want to go into Babylon, which can be a little, you know, uppity, but it's still a nice place to go. You can take this trail right here, which will actually take you all the way to Babylon. So if you really don't want to have to take any buses, you can actually make it round trip and walk along this path all the way from Babylon, and also pass Southard's Pond, which is also a nice little place, and it'll take you right to Babylon, and then the Babylon train station is over here too. So you definitely have a lot of great trails that'll take you there if you want to go for a longer walk. The next place on this list, number 5, is Connectqut River State Park. And this park has been hit hard, unfortunately, by southern pine beetles. But there's still pine barrens in here, especially along this side of the park. This is a very large park, and actually you could spend all day hiking here. And really, once you're in the middle of this, you're going to feel like you're away somewhere. All right, so this is a pretty big park. It's also hooked up here. You could actually go into Lakeland County Park, which is up here. But we're going to just go over Connectqut. Now, this place you can get to. The train can take you here. You can either, there are 2 places you can get off the train. You can either get off the train here at Great River, and it's probably the easiest one. Get off the train here at Great River, and why does that say Port Jefferson on the map? The Port Jefferson train does not stop here. Google Maps got screwed up. Only the Montauk branch stops here. But you can take a Montauk train. A lot of them will stop here at Great River. Check the schedule. Some of them are express. And you walk up Connectqut Avenue, and then you pick up a path right here. It'll take you right along Sunrise Highway. All right, and this will take you right into Central Pine. Yeah, the Central Pine Barrens office is actually right over here, by the way. The New York State Central Pine Barrens Commission. And you just walk along this. All right, across the Connectqut River, and then it'll take you right into the park. All right, and unfortunately, yeah, there's been some southern pine beetle damage. You're going to see a lot of dead pine trees. They're trying to restore it as best they can. And this is a pretty big park. There's a lot of trails here, and a lot of different trails you can take. Literally, like I said, you can be walking here all day long. And a lot of different trails. You have nature trails, you have bridle paths where you'll see people use a lot of equestrians here, and you also have the hatchery, fish hatchery, which is right over here. So right over here, yeah. It's a very nice place, and I'll share with you some of the pictures from happier times when a lot of the pitch pines were still there. But again, a lot of them here are still on the west side. Is still a lot of the pitch pines are okay over here, and definitely a great place to take a walk. And again, you're going to be walking here a long time. This is a big place to check out. You can also get the train at Oakdale, but that's a longer walk. And if you really don't want to walk very much at all, you can actually take Suffolk County Transit bus S54, and it's actually a bus stop right over around this area right here, and you can enter the park through this end right here. The S54 goes along Veterans Highway, and that runs 7 days a week. And you can take that, and I don't know if there's a bus stop right at the trailhead. There is one, I know. Yeah, they probably would stop here, but you can get off here by this traffic light here if you really don't want to walk very far to get into the park. And this will take you right there, and you can actually make a nice little loop of it. It is, like I said, this is a very big park. This is one of the largest state parks on Long Island. Here's the bus stop. Is Connectqut River. Definitely a place I want to return to and go for a walk. And it's, like I said, it's pretty big. You definitely, in the middle of this, you're definitely going to feel like you are far away. That's for sure. Now, number 6 on this list is Heckscher State Park. And Heckscher State Park, it does have some pine barrens. It's a mix of pine barrens. You have a beach along the bay. It's right here. It's at the end of the Heckscher State Parkway, or Southern State Parkway. And again, it's a little further away from the bus. It's not quite as close. It may be like a mile walk from the bus stop. However, that's still closer than most places in New Jersey's Pinelands or along their shorefront. So this is Heckscher State Park, all right, and there are several ways you can do this, all right. You can actually get the train to Great River, and I think there might be a path that will actually take you down from the train from, I'm not sure exactly where that path goes, so I can't say for sure about that path. You could also, Bayard Cutting Operator is here, right here, by the way. It's another place you can check out, but that's not where we're talking about in this video. The best way to do it is actually you can actually go to Great River train station, walk down Connectqut Avenue, take 27A, and then just walk down Overlook Drive, take some of these side streets down. And then you can actually pick up a trail right over here. Yeah, right over here. You see this trail right here? This is how I went. Take this trail, and this will take you right into Heckscher State Park. And we were recently there to check out the bay that was frozen over, which was pretty cool. It's a good place to look at the Great South Bay. And there's some pine barrens in here as well. Like I said, I didn't even explore this place as much as I would have liked to on my last visit. So I'll definitely be back and take another video, a better video for you, but the main thing was to see the Great South Bay frozen. And this is really, if you want to look at the Great South Bay, this is one of the best places to do it. And again, like I said, not too far of a walk from the train, or 40 bus, which goes down here and actually goes down Montauk Highway. You get off by the East Islip Public Library, which is right over here, and go that way as well. Also, I think the 3C also goes down this way too. I think it's the 3C. But yeah, there's a bus stop right over here by the East Islip Public Library, and you can also go that way too. But I definitely highly recommend Heckscher State Park if you want to experience a mix of pine barrens and shorefront. The next place is number 7 on this list is the Rocky Point Pine Barrens Preserve. And yeah, this is, again, a fairly large preserve. You could spend all day hiking in here. But you will need to be, there's no way you can get here with the train alone. You will have to take Suffolk County Transit bus. And there are 2 Suffolk County Transit bus routes that can take you there. There's the S62 bus, which runs along here and runs 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. And it goes along Route 25A here. And probably some of the bus stops you can use to access this place. There's, trying to think of the better ones. I'm going to just point out this one here. There's a bus stop right over here by TD Bank, and you can actually just walk back just a little bit, and you can pick up the trails right here, and this will take you into Rocky Point Preserve, which is definitely one of my favorite, and probably one of the first places actually I got to know the Pine Barrens and started hiking in there. And there's sand hills over here. There's a lot of young pitch pines here. You'll see sand hills. It'll be a little hilly over here, so you can get some of the hills of the North Shore. And as you head further south through the preserve, and check out some of the burn areas here along Whiskey Road from the 1995 wildfires, and make your way further south into the south side of Rocky Point. And you can also reach Rocky Point with the S58, which runs 7 days a week. Again, the S58, you can connect up with either of these routes at Smithtown. You can catch the S58 at Smithtown, or the S62 at Port Jefferson Station, the last stop on the Port Jefferson line. So Port Jefferson line to the bus here will take you there. Again, you can actually get the S58 and get off. Probably one of my favorite spots. Get off, and I usually go in a Rocky Point this way, is take the S58 here and get off the S58 here. I'll show you how to do it. This is probably one of my more favorite ways to go. You get off the S58 over here. Well, that's to go back, but you get off over here at this corner here, and then you walk up Wading River Hollow Road, which quickly there's a development, but it quickly turns and it quickly becomes a rather rural road. And you'll be going to the former, I say former, WLIX FM transmitter site. WLIX, as you know, left the air earlier this month. She was at the end of last year, and you know, they will be missed. They were a unique, one-of-a-kind radio station, programmed by a local man who, a really good guy. Definitely my soundtrack to a lot of hikes here at Rocky Point, and I will miss listening to that. But you just walk to the end of this road here. You see there's a burn area. It's really pretty, and like I said, this is pretty. You're definitely gonna feel pretty remote here, you know. And this enters the, you know, a lot of dirt roads, trails. It does. You do need a free permit from DC to hike here. However, nobody's ever asked me for it, but I still recommend you get it. You know, and again, you can hike through all this beautiful, beautiful Pine Barrens Preserve here, and next to it, we'll go right here and we'll do this in the same clip, is Brookhaven State Park, and that's number 8. And again, you can get to Brookhaven State Park with either the S62 or the S58, and the S62 will drop you off by Shoreham Wading River High School. And here's Shoreham Wading River High School, and you can actually go right into the high school here and pick up the trails. Trails start right over here, and you can pick them up right there. And there's no really, let's see a street view here of the area. You just get off the bus right here, S62, and you walk into the school, and the trails are literally right there. And you can actually check out, you know, you can go in here, enter here, and hike over here. And then you could also hike over this area, which is not, it's county land, but this is a really, really nice area that I took you on recently. I think it was last December, so it was just about a month ago. Really nice area of meadows and pitch pines here. Or you can continue south. There's trails and woods roads, combination of both. And go to these lakes here, which hopefully have filled back up with all the rain we've had. These are Kettle hole ponds. Very nice. This is what they look like when they're full, and it's a really nice place. And on the southern end, you have Route 25 and the S58, which will take you here as well. You know, the S62 and the S58 are two of my favorite Pine Barrens routes. And as far as how you can get in, there's several ways you can go. You can actually get off over here and go into Fireman's County Park and access the paths that way. Or usually what I do is I'll get off here closer to Panamoka Trail and then enter over here. I'll show you how to do it. So you get off over here. Alright, you know, if there's a bus stop right over here, alright, and you go onto Panamoka Trail, which is right over here, alright, and you can either enter the woods over here, alright, in this spot, alright, down there, or usually what I do is I'll go further up the street here, walk past the fire department. You can see there are a lot of beautiful pitch pines over here. And go in this way here. So this is usually the way I go in over here. And if you follow this path here, so this is right over here on the map, right over here, this will take you, you just take it straight, that'll take you to the ponds. These are all Kettle hole ponds. There's another larger one over here. And hopefully they filled back up. I know they were very low. Hopefully they fill back up. And this is Lake Panamoka over here. Unfortunately, Lake Panamoka, you have to be they're pretty strict about it. And this is this could be a little rant in the video here. It's a beautiful lake, but in order to check out the lake, they've got this little. This is a beautiful, beautiful area. This is like something you'd see in New Jersey over here. Uh, we have plenty of. It's just pine barrens. It's the same thing. It's just when the pines get old. This when they come in all these really, really interesting shapes. Jersey has a lot of them, but we do too. And this is Lake Panamoka. But the problem is the beach has no private property, no trespassing. You have to be a member of the Lake Panamoka Civic Association. They probably don't enforce it in the colder months. Maybe you can check it out. But you risk getting in trouble. I don't know. I personally think it's a little ridiculous, but I understand they don't want to have too much riffraff coming in. But still, this is again a problem I have. This is by no means a rich area, by the way, and it's not snobby either. People are very friendly, but I think that at least one of these beaches should be open for people to just go in and take some pictures. I'm not, but I can understand in the summer when people are bathing. I guess it's not a very big beach, so. But I don't see why they would give you a problem in the colder weather. I haven't done it yet, but I might check this lake out off season just to go in here and take some pictures. Hopefully, maybe I can do that. These pines are just absolutely amazing. The next place that we're going to check out here is Wildwood State Park, and you can get here with the S62. Only some S62s run by Wildwood, so you have to look at the schedule. Not every single one. Some of them will go straight down Sound Avenue. But you'd be riding on these routes, and you'd be pretty amazed that there is bus service in some of these areas because it's pretty remote. And this is a hilly area, so Wildwood State Park is going to be another example of. There's some pine barrens in here, but it's more of an upland type forest, North Shore upland type forest. Beautiful place in the fall to check out. There's some amazing colors that you can get here as well, and you can just get off the bus right over here. There's a bus stop. And you can right over here. All right, there's no street views in the park, but I'll share with you some of the pictures I've taken. I believe there's a bus stop somewhere over here. Yeah, I think it's over here. All right, so you can get off over here. Yeah, there it is. You can get off over here, and then all you got to do, very short walk, just go in down this road right here. Street view will cooperate. It's not. All right, you basically get off over here and you just walk down this short road. You're in the park already, and you have a very nice beach over here too. Nice view of the Long Island Sound, and then also you got these bluffs that also offer great views. You can see Connecticut on it. The visibility is good, and definitely one of my favorite places. And there are some pine barrens here too as well. So it's a little mix of everything. It's a very nice place to go for a hike. Generally, don't go in the summer because that's when it's busier. The beach will be busier. So go in the off season. I highly recommend the fall because that's when you'll see a lot of the nice fall colors. And definitely a nice place. Mix of pine barrens and upland woods. And they have some camping here too. Okay, so now we're going to look at now we're going to look at the David A. Sawnoff Preserve, and it's all part of this large area here in the Long Island Pine Barrens State. This is the heart of the Long Island Pine Barrens. This whole area is the Long Island State. They actually call it the Long Island State Pine Barrens Preserve. We're going to go over several areas in this area, though. So let's go here and let's. Why ain't this zooming? All right. Here we go with David A. Sawnoff Preserve. And this is, again, a pretty easy place to get to, actually. A lot of bus routes will take you down here. The S58 and S62 both end in Riverhead County Center. So this is the county center right here. The S66 also takes you here, as well as the 8A. Now, you're off the bus over here, county center. Ton of bus stops there. Bus stops right over here. I'm not going to give you a street view, but get the idea. It's pretty easy. All right, you're going to just get off, walk down here, around 24, go down Lake Avenue. All right, it's not that long of a walk at all. Go down Lake Avenue. It's like a mile, maybe. All right, maybe a mile. All right, you go down Lake Avenue. All right, so you go down this road right here. All right. And also the 8A goes right down Lake Avenue, so if you don't want to walk, you can do that. Just make sure you don't wander around. Well, I mean, this neighborhood over here is okay, but just don't head too far into Flanders. But this area is okay. So, here, and you're going to enter the trails. See those pitch pines? This place is very piney. Right here, actually. Right here. So I passed it already. Right here, you enter the trails right here at this gate. I passed it. It's not that long to walk at all. They're right here in this gate. Again, I recommend walking here in the winter because there are a lot of ticks in the summer. That goes for anywhere in the Pine Barrens. There's a few grassy areas. But you go here, David A. Sawnoff Preserve, and you walk down into here, and it's just nothing but pines in here. And it's just, here's some pictures, but it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful, this part. And this is actually a pretty big preserve as well. And you can actually make it, which we'll talk about in the next one. You can actually make it we're going to actually go over this whole area here in this one clip. So, again, this is David A. Sawnoff Preserve. It actually goes, you see the sign, it actually extends all the way down here, and if you keep walking south, you'd hit the West Hampton dwarf pines, and we'll go over that too. And so this is a pretty big place. It's a pretty big place. Definitely, you can spend all day here very easily. You also got another little park called Cranberry Bog Park, an old cranberry bog. Great place to see some fall foliage. And there's some Atlantic white cedars and Atlantic white cedar swamp in there as well. And then the next one place is number 11. We're going to go over is Bald Hill. Again, it's all part of this one area: Bald Hill, Manaville, Northampton. And best way to get here is with the S66 to Suffolk Community College, the campus right here. And you'll see it's all pine barrens all over the place over here. And there's actually a trail that will take you from the campus right here across Route 51. And this, I recommend this place because the view from the top, at least years ago, was pretty amazing. Yeah, you have to be careful crossing this highway over here. There is a trail supposedly that goes across. I'm not sure exactly where. Actually, it is marked, but there is a trail that goes across here, and will take you right up to. You got to follow the signs. I recommend looking at trail maps, before you, go on any of these hikes, of course, and print them out because I always like to print out I don't want to rely on the smartphone to, have that. But look at all those great shapes, man. But anyway, yeah, the hike, the view from the top here is pretty nice. You can actually see, at least when I went years ago, and I want to go back, really nice view out to Long Island Sound. You can see, on a clear day. You got to go on a clear day when the visibility is good. Again, highly recommend in the winter or the colder seasons, except for January, because January is the deer hunting season, on a lot of these properties. It's a mix of DEC managed, county managed land, and this place is huge. This is all part of Manaville Hills, which, again, it's pine barrens here, but it's hilly. There are a lot of big hills. This is on the top of the glacial moraine, and there are a lot of big hills here you can get really nice views from, but it is hilly, so it is a little more challenging of a hike, for sure. And that is number 11. Now, let's go to the next place, which is number 12 on this list. Actually, it is West Hampton, the Dwarf Pine Plains, and this... again, in the same general area, these are the West Hampton Dwarf Pine Plains. Now, it was easier to get to when the S90 was running, but the S90, unfortunately, was eliminated as a result of cutbacks in bus service, and I still think that was a huge mistake. But the good news is you can still get to West Hampton Dwarf Pine Preserve, just not with the bus. You have to take the train, Long Island Railroad to West Hampton, right here. All right, and it's actually pretty easy. It's not that hard at all. You can actually go to the train station, and then you have to cross over the tracks. So you just be careful. Cross over the tracks, and there's a trail that'll actually start just west of this train station on the north side of the tracks. You follow my mouse here, and it'll actually take you into the woods right here. And you actually follow this trail all the way up. And it's a very nice trail, mostly short pines here. A lot of this goes through the area that burned in the 1995 wildfires, which has come back really nicely. And you follow this trail right through here, and as you head north, you'll notice that the pines start getting stunted. And this is an area called the West Hampton Dwarf Pine Plains, which is generally this area. There's 4 quadrants bisected by this intersection: southwest, southwest, northwest, northeast, and southeast. So again, it's a big area. Make sure you allow plenty of time. Best time to hike this probably in February, March. You need a long day, but he's going to be here a long time. And there's a lot to see. You got these beautiful dwarf pines over here. Desert-like areas, areas where you're going to see sea beach heather and pitch pines growing together. And highly recommend it. Starting over, walking this trail, going to this area. Don't try and cross Sunrise Highway because that's way too dangerous. There's plenty of nice areas over here. And then cross over Route 31, and then you can go and hike into this area here on the southeast side here, southeast quadrant, and it's really, really nice. And I highly recommend hiking along these paths and checking out this area right here. I think it's this area right here. Really nice. Just lots. These pines are like the larger pines in the kind of shapes they have. They have the flat tops, but they're short. Most of them will only grow as high as 8 feet. And the dwarf pine plains are really a mysterious place, really unusual. You're right by West Hampton Airport, too. Just make sure you don't go wandering around there. But and you can go a loop and then go over here. You can exit out on the service road here through the airport, go back on 31, and take you right back to the train station. You can make a nice day hike of it. Just check the schedule. You're better off doing this hike on a weekend when the service is better along this branch. You can get out here around 10 o'clock in the morning and then catch a train around 4 o'clock going back. So you'll have about 6 hours. So you have plenty of time. Unfortunately, like I said, there's no buses. Another way you could do it is, you can walk. I've started here and then walked all the way up to Riverhead to catch the bus, but that's a long walk. I don't recommend that. But that is how you can check out the West Hampton Pines Preserve, West Hampton Dwarf Pines Preserve. That's number 12. Let's go to number 13 here on this video here. Number 13 in this clip, and Sears Bellows. And you can get here with the S92. You can also get here from the train from Hampton Bays, but I recommend the S92. Getting off the S92 right around here at Bellows Pond Road and Route 24, and get off the bus right here and check out this amazing area, which used to be where the Big Duck is. It's a former stables, but let me tell you something. You went to here, it is going to look like you're in New Jersey. There are a lot of old pitch pines here. It's really, really nice, and you can go hiking in here, and there's a trail that'll take you right in here, and go right here and check out you just follow the main path that goes through this park. It'll show you this is Bellows Pond here, which is very nice. And then you also have Sears Pond, so you follow the trail here. It's a very beautiful piney trail. Just feels like you're somewhere far away. It feels like you could be anywhere in New Jersey, but this is right here on Long Island, because these are pine barrens, just maybe not as big as New Jersey's, but you have the same kind of environments. And you got Sears Pond right here. And that's another nice place to check out. And on the other side, you also got Hubbard, all right? But we're just going over Sears Bellows in this. So you can get the S92. Just be careful. There's no marked bus stops. Usually the driver will let you off here. If they insist on taking you to the marked bus stop, it's over here, all right? But usually they will let you off over here, as long as you're friendly about it. I don't know why they don't have a marked bus stop. They really should have one over here in this particular spot. So that is it for this general area, and next we head further east. So this is where it's going to get a bit more challenging with the public transportation. You're heading further east. However, the Long Island Railroad can get you here. You do have to do a little more walking. But also the 10C bus, which doesn't run that often, but that does run 7 days a week. It does go right down Route 27 right here. So the next place we're checking out here, and this is definitely probably one of the most remote places you can get to on Long Island, is Napiog. That's number 14. And that is Napiog State Park. And if you like dunelands, walking in dunes, and a beach coastal environment with a mix of pitch pine forest, this place is really, really nice. And this Napiog State Park right here. And the best way to get here, probably take the train to Amagansett. Again, weekends are the best time to go. Don't do it in summer when it's busy. Go in the off season. And you got to walk along Route 27 for a little bit. Not too long. Maybe about 20 minutes or so. And then you go and make that left right over here onto this road. We'll go into the street view, show you how to do it, because it does get a little more complicated. All right, but this is a place that really, if you don't mind going a little off the beaten path, you can get here. And I mean, these are remote places. The New Jersey remote places like this are impossible to get to with the public transportation. But here on Long Island, it is possible. So you make that left, go into Cranberry Hole, which is called Promised. It's Promised Land Road. All right, so it's Promised Land Road. You go up here. All right, you go. I guess we already crossed over the tracks already. You'll cross over the tracks over a wooden bridge. Take Promised Land Road, and there's a trail head right over here coming up. Easy to miss. Don't go too fast. Go right in over here. Let's see if it shows up on the. Yep, right here, right there. That road right there. It's the trailhead. All right, so it'll take you in, and this will take you into these. You just follow this, and you're definitely going to be the trail. The point of in this hike is not to actually stick to the trail. Walk through this whole area here. These dunes right here. It's beautiful. You'll have dunes and beautiful stunted pitch pines. They're almost like the dwarf pines in a way. It's just due to the environment here. It's very, harsh environment, but it's a very unique environment. And it's very beautiful. You have a lot of beautiful pitch pines here. And you can hike in here. And there are many ways you can do this hike. You can decide to extend this hike. It's going to be a lot more walking, though. Extend this hike upwards by taking this path right here. It used to be a railroad tracks, actually. And this would take you off right here on Cranberry Hole Road. And again, these are remote places, but these are remote places you can actually get to. All right, so that's the old railroad track right away there. And that actually used to go to a dock over here, believe it or not. Used to go to a dock. You can see here the tracks right here. All right, used to be a spur off the Montauk branch. All right, but you can walk down this road here. Again, this is more challenging, and definitely a much longer walk if you want to extend your hike. I don't really recommend it unless you're really, really hardcore and crazy like me when it comes to getting to the woods. But you can actually go up here and follow this road, Promised Land Road. Cranberry Hole keeps changing the name of it. You can see it's beautiful, just beautiful pines all around. But the reason why I say that is if you go up to a place called Lazy Point, all right, which is right over here. This is also, you get more of these delicious piney dune lands all over the place here. And actually follow this road all the way. Again, recommend doing it in the off season. Don't do it in the summer when the bugs and the tourists and the idiots are out from the city. You don't want to do that. You want to go in the off season, winter times, late winter, early spring, or even fall. Look at this, just beautiful. All right, and this is also not. If you want to take the 10C and walk up from the 10C, it may only take you maybe a half an hour to 40 minutes to get here. All right, you follow this road here, and there's a really nice beach right here. You come up to the end, and there's a really, really, really nice beach here. Street View isn't going to take you there, but I have the pictures from this beach, and it's a beautiful view of the bay right here. Napiog Harbor is beautiful. All right, beautiful spot. This is as remote as you're going to get on Long Island. It's really, really beautiful over here. All right, and you can get here. And like I said, the 10C bus will also, you can drop you off on Montauk Highway. It goes down Montauk Highway. So you can get off over here, walk up this way, check out Lazy Point. Or, if you don't want to do that, and you're a little more sane, instead of walking all the way up there, you can also go onto the south side here. And you'll go through a beautiful pitch pine forest and a beautiful, again, it's duneland, pitch pine, it's beautiful, and a beautiful, probably one of the most secluded, best beaches on Long Island. One of my favorites for sure. Again, someplace, maybe that may be something you want to do when the weather's warmer, obviously. But check out this beach here. It's beautiful, and you can walk back along Montauk Highway and just look at this amazing scenery here along Montauk Highway. This is beautiful. It's nothing but pitch pines. Let's go to a winter scene here. I think I can roll this back to the winter. Can I? Let's see if I can get that back. Do they have anything in the winter? Yeah, here's one from the winter. All right, so here you go. So beautiful, beautiful. It's nothing but nothing but, as I like to say in a lot of my Piney Power shows, there is nothing but great shapes here. Nothing but great shapes. And the last place that we're going to check out, and this is some place you're going to talk about that you're going to want to go to in the warmer season, mainly because the ferry service that runs there is mainly in the warmer season. That would be summer or late spring, maybe early fall. And that is the Fire Island National Seashore. And you have to take a ferry to get there. I mean, you can take the S-47 to Robert Moses State Park, but it only goes to Field 3. And if you want to go to the beginning of Fire Island National Seashore, it'll be over here. And the best part of the Fire Island National Seashore is Sailor's Haven. And in order to get there, you're going to take a ferry from Sayville. The ferry from Sayville, which is over here. All right, there's a ferry right here, Sayville Ferry Service. All right, and you can take the train to Sayville and walk. You could take the S-40 also to Sayville and walk. It's not that long of a walk. It may be a mile or two. All right, and just do the walk. It's a nice walk. Don't pay for that overpriced taxi. Just make sure you're allowing enough time to catch your boat, because Sayville is a nice little quaint little town. There are some some snobs around, but it is a very one of the nicest towns on Long Island. So you can just walk along here from the train station. We'll do it from the train station. All right, just walk along here. It's a very nice town. Little place to stop, get something to eat, and you're just gonna take this south. You see a little sign there that'll take you to the ferry. So you just take this south through here. You just follow these. You walk through these beautiful residential areas, which are really nice. This is there are some rich people over here, but the homes are really nice. There's really a lot of nice. It's a really scenic place. All right, just gonna walk down here, get to the end of this road. Just go left. All right, I just go for the walk. Allow some extra time. Don't pay for that overpriced taxi service. A lot of the other people will do that. Yeah, I don't believe in that. All right, you're gonna take this street down here. It's a nice little walk. Nice little walk through a very nice area. This will be the most walking you'll actually have to do, because the ferry drops you off right in the middle of the. I'm gonna take Foster Avenue. All right, again, it's a very nice walk. It's not that long of a walk. I think I passed it. Did I pass it? I might have passed it. Oops. Yeah, I did pass it. I was supposed to make a left over here. Terry. All right, so you're gonna go over here. And yeah, the scene just changed to the winter time. Looks nicer in the summer. But you just walk down here, and this will take you right to the ferries, which are right over here. So there are the signs, ferry, and you want to go to Sunken Forest and Sailor's Haven. That's the ferry you want to get. So you get the ferry. You take this very nice ferry ride over here. It takes you across the Long Island, the Great South Bay, and this is Fire Island Pines. You're not going there, obviously. The towns of Fire Island are unique, but we're going here to Sailor's Haven. So you make sure you get the ferry that'll take you to Sailor's Haven. All right, and this is a really nice place. You have Pitch Pine Dunelands. You have a beautiful beach. You have the Sunken Forest, which is like an American. These are very rare ecosystems. All right, and you have dunes. It's really just if you want to experience the best type of Barrier Island environment, this is the almost perfect example of it. You have the dunes over here. You have the Sunken Forest over here. You have the Bayside. It's a really nice place to go. And generally, except on the hottest days, there's always a nice sea breeze here, so it doesn't get too uncomfortable. So really nice place. And that number 15, that wraps up this. Places on Long Island you can get to with public transportation. And I really this just scratches the surface. There are many other places you can get to. Obviously, I could go. This list could be twice as long easily. But those are 15 places that you can get to with public transportation. Some are very easy. Some are a little more difficult, but you can get there. It's doable. So if you want to go for a hike and check out these places, definitely check them out. And these are more off the beaten path, because I want people to realize how important the Pine Barrens are, how important these Barrier Islands ecosystems are, how important the uplands woods are, all the various natural environments of Long Island. And most people just think of Long Island as nothing but stores and the beach. There's so much more to it, that's for sure. So take it easy. Thank you for watching, and I hope you check out some of these places.